knowing of yet. And I just pray that you can just fill us and just lead us to being able to speak truth in others' lives, and I just ask that you continue to reveal truth into all of ours. Amen. Mm-hmm. So how was that for you guys? Like, anyone can speak up.
We're leaving.
Yeah?
Oh.
I'd say like symbolic.
Yeah, okay. Why would you say symbolic?
Because it's like a physical representation of getting rid of it.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I would say that for me, when I'm walking with the Lord, it's just the constant realization that I need to constantly be asking to be filled. And the difference between like inviting Christ into your life and being filled with the Holy Spirit is that to invite Christ into your life, you only have to do it once. But to be filled with the Holy Spirit is an ongoing, constant thing. And there are times when I have to ask the Spirit into my life multiple times in a day, where with asking Christ into my life, I only had to do it once. Any other thoughts?
I think it had like more value than just like thinking about it. By having like putting breathing to it, really like made it more peaceful and made myself feel more. And you can say that you're forgiven, but when you like fully exhale, you feel more forgiven and you feel that like weight lifted off of you.
Yeah. That's really, really good. Okay, so yeah, does anyone have any questions before I go on? All right. So I think I'm gonna just tell you a story of some people that I've actually personally known who have been filled with the Spirit and have done just some kind of crazy things. So like I had said earlier, I spent a year in Tanzania, and I met these two guys that were at one of the schools that we were working at, and it was a secondary school. So this one guy was 15, his brother was 13, and we started to meet with them and started to share with them like how they could be just filled with the Spirit and could be just kind of loving the Lord and walking with Him. And through this meeting, we got to see them start a Bible study, and they started to like invite people from their church to this that were like their age, and they started teaching them the same lessons that we had taught them. And they came over to our house one day, and they looked kind of scared. And the older one's like talking to my buddy Andrew. He's like, "Andrew, I cast out a demon, and it was the scariest thing I've ever done." And so we sat him down and we started talking to him, and he's like, "Yeah, I just prayed to God and said, I'm scared, I'm terrified of this, but I know that through your faith and through the filling of the Spirit that you will cast this demon out." And I'm not saying that that's going to happen for all of us. Like, I spent a year in Tanzania and I never cast out a demon. But through the filling of the Spirit, He gives us this power. He gives us the power that of everything that He has done, and even more, to just reach people for His name. Now, another story that I find just cool and like seeing the Spirit work is my second year. I was in Eastern Europe, and what we were doing was we were going to different countries, launching movements, and just seeing a lot of times in these like cities that we were going through, we were only spending like anywhere between 28 days and 30 days in these cities, and so it was very quick turnover. But two of the girls were talking to this other lady that they had met and wanted to meet up with, and they shared the gospel with her, and she accepted Christ into her life, and it's like, yeah, this is like something I would love to be sharing with my friends, and then she was kind of looking around, and they're in this coffee shop, and she's like, can I share this now with that girl sitting over there? And the girls that were with her are like, yeah, like that'd be a great idea. Like, let's go over it. And it's just one of those things where, like, I would have never have thought to do that as a new Christian, to just like go and share, like, the second you've accepted Christ in your life, to be like, yeah, the random person over there needs this as well. But the Spirit can do that, and like can bring that up, and can just reveal lost people and lost souls to you. I think the last story I wanna share is just kind of a little bit more about my experience in college. And like I said before, I came into college thinking like I knew everything. I thought I knew like all the answers to like in Bible study, and I came in really cocky about it, and like I'm not gonna fill out the door prize because I win these all the time, and I'm not gonna speak in Bible study because I know all the answers and I want to give someone else a chance. But I found that as I went through school, I wasn't growing, and I saw my friends growing more, and I went on a missions trip because I thought I was what I was supposed to do. I was with Ian, and we saw someone pray to receive Christ. But it was nothing that we did. God had led this guy through these just really rough times that he had been going through in his life, and had just like used American movies to like teach this guy English so that we could speak with him, and had just used Ian to just speak truth into his life. And being there, like, yeah, I got the similar credit to Ian, but it was nothing that I did because I wasn't walking with the Spirit. And I got to, through a process of being in school for 6 years, I got the opportunity to just kind of take a better look at like why God wanted me to be filled with the Spirit, why He just needed me in that place at that time. And I just found that when I was walking with the Spirit, I just felt better. Like, I wasn't great at school, and when I was like going out sharing and like talking to people about God, I just felt better because I wasn't focused on my idol of school or my idol of friendships. And I just could see how much different my life was and just how much more I was getting out of being a Christian. And I still think to this point, like, one of the things I love doing is discipling people. And I just love being across the table from one or two guys and just being able to talk life with them. And I just learn so much from them. And like, they can say something that like God has led them to believe. And through like pastors and other wise counsel that I never thought of. And just the fact that everyone comes from a different experience and has different, a different past, a different story. You can reach so many people that are like you or could relate to you or know something that connects with you. And the Spirit can bring these things up and it can just guide your conversation. Yeah, I think that's all my story. Yeah, is there any questions that anyone's thought of? All right, I'm gonna pray to close. If you think of any questions, you can come to me and just talk to me. I'll be around. But yeah. Dear Lord, I just thank you for this opportunity to speak. And I just pray that the students here can just take away the truths that I was able to speak through your Spirit. And anything that was not of you can just have fallen on deaf ears. And I just pray that they can go to the next seminar and just learn even more about walking with you and what that looks like through other either going away from sin or going to have a better understanding of you. And yeah, I just pray all these things in your name. Amen.